If you have children in daycare, you know it can cost you more than your mortgage. Well, today the provincial government announced new measures it claims will pave the way to universal childcare. After going to the announcement, I can tell you it's going to be anything but universal. And parents, if you're hoping for relief, it's not coming for most of you.
This framework sets us on a path towards a universally accessible childcare system for Ontario families.
A universally accessible childcare system for parents struggling under crippling childcare costs that can run $20,000 a year for an infant. It sounds enticing, but today's announcement doesn't come remotely close to one. Minister, you say you're moving towards universal childcare, but this is a far cry from what they have in Quebec, for example.
So I can just tell you that as far as I'm concerned, this is a Made in Ontario plan.
What does a Made in Ontario plan mean? Essentially, more daycare spaces, $100,000 more, but that was previously announced. The Liberals were also creating 16,000 more subsidized spaces. Again, that was previously announced. And to put 16,000 subsidized spaces into perspective, Toronto alone has 14,000 children waiting for a subsidy. And subsidies only help those on lower incomes.
If you are not eligible for a subsidy, there really isn't a lot here. What we're really waiting for is the piece about addressing affordability for all families.
This was supposed to be a good news announcement, but it's easy to poke holes in it. The minister responsible for early years and childcare said she wanted to, quote, create enough affordable licensed care for kids in the province. And yet, she couldn't define what affordable is.
Our affordability study will give us a better sense of where the lines are.
Yes, there's going to be a study on affordability, led by an expert the government doesn't have yet, with no guarantee it will be done before the next election.
Let's make childcare affordable for everyone, because that's what universality means to me.
Carolyn Ferns is with the Ontario Coalition for Better Childcare, and she's a brand new mother. She brought her 3-week-old son to this announcement. Is it better to create more subsidized spaces or just lower the cost of childcare overall?
Well, our organization has long called for an affordable fee scale. So making sure that no family pays more than a certain percentage of their income to childcare. So that means lowering fees for everybody, right? And that's the way it works in other countries where it have invested in real childcare systems.
Now, even mentioning universal childcare is just another example of the Liberals trying to out-left the NDP. And get ready to hear a lot more announcements like this on childcare as the election ramps up.